Jealousy is a universal feeling, and everybody in the world has felt a tinge of jealousy at one time or another. No matter how secure you are, you can feel jealous if you're overlooked or disregarded, or feel like you're not seen by the person who is most special to you, especially. I think what's important to understand about jealousy is there's always a fine line when normal jealousy crosses into unhealthy jealousy. When that happens, you're in a relationship that feels really controlled, tight, constricted. You no longer feel like you're able to do or say what you want. You walk on eggshells around your partner. And although that begins subtly, unfortunately, we don't always pick up on what's happening until it's way too late. And once it's too late, once you are in the midst of saying, oh my gosh, like my partner's a manipulator. They have these ideas that are just out of the world, too much. They're not right. They're overly suspicious. They're overly jealous. And by the time that happens, you're usually into the relationship so deep that it's very difficult to untangle and get out of it in a safe manner. I've got some things to look for in a relationship. If you have one or two of these, it's important that you sit down and talk to your partner about them, about what you're feeling, about what you're seeing, so you can stop this inner turmoil or maybe prevent this feeling of going too far where you're feeling controlled and manipulated by each other. The first one is if you're always expected to spend time together with this person. If this person has expectations that the two of you are what being exclusive means all your time together, you're in for a rough relationship, because every relationship needs room to breathe. You need space. You need to be able to be with someone, working in the same place with someone, and not need them all the time. They need to be loose about allowing you to go out with your friends, about still participating in things that mean a lot to you, even if it doesn't involve them. Secondly, you're required to check in with them. When you're married and maybe you have a small child, that's a time when check-ins are really important. But if you are required to check in no matter who you're with, no matter where you are, every moment, like every hour while you're out with this person, that's just not right. Unless you asked your partner, hey, check in on me so that, if I need a reason to leave, I can. Sometimes people do that as a safety precaution, especially if they're going to some event or some place they've not been before and they're feeling a little insecure about it. But if your partner demands you do a check-in every hour or something like that when you're away from them, that's not okay. And you should recognize that and discuss it right away. There are rules about who you can talk to. Okay, for most couples, they kind of say, you know what, I don't feel comfortable with this, or this person really threatens me. And those people are very few and far between. So it's okay. Like if you tell your partner that, then I think that's okay. But if one partner is dictating rules about who you can see and who you can't see, that's not okay. It's okay if the two of you agree together that you've decided these people you have to build a stronger boundary against. But it's not okay if one person in the relationship only is making these changes and these assertions on you. They're suspicious. When you have a partner who's so suspicious that they're always checking your phone or want to check your phone, or no matter what you say, they're suspicious about the other intention, about the person's other intentions, you can no longer have friends because everybody is a suspect. When you get that vibe from your partner, that's a clear sign that this partner is not in control of their jealousy. They're possessive. If your partner is totally possessive of you at all times and no one else can have any attention from you, that's a problem. And this one especially starts small, but it usually ends up being overboard and huge. They have a quick temper. People who are more angry, manipulative, jealous, uncontrolled jealous in in all manners, in general, when you look at these people, they have a quick temper. And not only do they have a quick temper, but they're not in control of it. And they oftentimes are quick reactors. They smother you. They monitor your communication. Basically, you are not safe no matter who you're talking to. And that's why this is a vicious cycle, because you know that when you're talking to someone, your partner needs to listen in. And so what ends up happening is you don't want that situation, so you try to take calls away from them. The more you hide your communication, the more suspicious your partner gets. And pretty soon you're in this vicious cycle where neither partner is willing to negotiate or work things out. And that's how jealousy usually will enter a relationship and destroy it. They're emotionally intense. When you're around someone who you can feel the burden of them, that like they're so intense, that is also a trigger sign for me. When I see that, when I feel it, usually you feel that one in your gut, you know, okay, something's up with this person. You don't always feel that right away, because many people who are charmers can cover that until it's way too late. So how to stop it? I think if you're the person who is jealous, the number one thing is to talk to your partner about your concerns. Tell them where they came from if you know. If you don't know, that's something you should explore with a therapist, and establish boundaries together. It's okay to work with someone and say, you know, this person threatens me. It's not okay for you to dictate what's going on and who they can be with. And once you've talked through it, it's time to show that you can follow that you're working on your jealousy. If you just keep talking about it, but you don't make changes, it's going to destroy your relationship, and your partner has every right to let go of this relationship and move on, and they most likely will. And as you come back to it, no matter what happens, it's important that your partner is receptive to hearing. If you go to a party and certain things really triggered you, talk about it. Don't react to it, and don't accuse or blame your partner. Remember, this is in you. And the only person that can change how to work through jealousy is you. You'll work through it one step at a time. And if you find it's ruining your relationship, go seek counseling. That's the best way to talk to someone, get to the root of it, and begin an action plan that's going to help you. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.